Hello everyone and welcome to another update on the progress of Bionic. This week I focused mainly on completing what I had initially started last week, which was the capacitor bridge, and I also added some documentation and start working on a new tutorial application that I will hopefully have it up by the end of next week. I'll give you some updates of how that is actually working at this stage, just so that you guys can see what's going on in the world of Bionic. For those who don't know or are not familiar with Bionic, Bionic is an Ionic CLI clone. Think of it as Bionic is to Blazor what Ionic is to Angular. Although Ionic now actually is a little bit more broad than just Angular. Anyway, Bionic is to Blazor means that it's actually a command line interface for the amazing Microsoft project Blazor that the community is getting really excited about, and it's built on the top of WebAssembly and has native almost like native-like performance. Anyway, as I mentioned, I added some new documentation, and this is available under my namespace /Bionic and on GitHub, and basically adds pretty much all documentation. I haven't documented the commands yet, but I hope to get that to get soon. But you have how to get started, how to install, what Blast scripting is. Has a tutorial, so you can actually go from zero to a small application, and then you can continue using that same application and use it in Electron if you want to, or using it in Capacitor if you want to. So Capacitor Android in this case, or Capacitor iOS as well. So all there, it's documented. You can actually follow it, and hopefully you achieve the same results that I have. In addition to that, I have completed the work for the capacitor bridge, and now all these device APIs are available through Capacitor, and I can actually show you some of this already working on a tutorial application that I'm currently working on for let me actually start the app in here. I don't think I had it started. There we go. So yeah, I didn't have it started. So this is a small tutorial application that I'm currently working on, and it was pretty much the UI was all developed using Bionic Serve, which basically just serves the app as in your browser. And I did pretty much all the components in the browser, and then I went into the device side and I start testing and adding all the device side application using the capacitor bridge that gets installed to the capacitor plugin. And so all that will be updated on the tutorial. So this is a small little application. So for example, let's go and say, okay, we want access to the camera on the device. Let's take a picture. Okay, we got that. This actually allows us to kind of move around a little bit and take a picture of the cat here, for example. And we can now save that picture. Let's save the picture. We can say, hey, cat, blue. I like the cats. All right. In addition to that, also allows us to get the device location, GPS location. So I can click that. I'm going to say, okay, allow snap notes, which is a note-taking application. And now I've recorded the GPS location along with this note, and I can save it. And now I can see the note already created on the main page. I can go and add another note. Take another picture if I want to. This time I might just take a picture of the dog, for example. Right? It's a very animal-friendly family house that we have around here. And so we take a picture of the dog, and let's save that, and say, okay, let's make the dog green, because I don't know, I've always loved green dogs. Dogs must be green. In this case, I'm not going to save a location, and I'm just going to save the note. So there we go, we have a little app with 2 notes. I can add another one. I might not want a picture. You can say doctor appointment, dentist, right? Because we all love dentists. And so another one was added, and I can remove the note if I want to, and ask me using the API as well if I want to remove that note. And so notice that in this app I'm using the camera API, I'm using the toaster every time you make a new note. When you remove, it asks you using the models from the API. When I go to a location here, when I take the location, save the location, it goes to the device to save the location, the geolocation. When I open this, I actually use the browser API that allows me now to use that location and load it in Google Maps. I guess I should be using Bing Maps if there's such a thing, but don't tell Microsoft that. And that's it, really. It's just a little app that kind of been working on just to play with the device APIs and show what can already be done with Bionic. So that's really it for now. Take care, and let me know what you guys think.